Have you ever had an argument with someone without ever actually talking to them? I have. Sometimes I'm lying in bed at night, staring at the ceiling, when suddenly my brain starts playing a conversation. I hear their voice, I imagine their reaction, I think about what I'd say, and then I imagine what they'd say back. And somehow, I'm already angry, or hurt, or embarrassed. My heart is beating faster. My body feels tense. And then, I realize something. None of it happened. They never said those words. I never had that conversation. Nothing actually happened. It was all inside my head. And yet, my body reacted as if it were real. Maybe you've experienced this too. Maybe you've imagined someone rejecting you before they ever had the chance. Maybe you've replayed an embarrassing moment and imagined 10 different ways it could have gone. Maybe you've created an entire future in your head and somehow managed to become anxious about something that hasn't happened yet. So here's the strange question. Why does your brain spend so much time creating realities that don't exist? And the answer isn't that your brain is broken. It's actually trying to protect you. Imagine you're walking alone through a forest. It's getting dark, and suddenly, you hear a branch snap behind you. You turn around. Nothing. You don't know what caused the sound, and that's the problem. Your brain hates uncertainty, because thousands of years ago, uncertainty could mean danger. So your brain developed a shortcut. When it doesn't know what's happening, it creates a possibility. Maybe it's an animal. Maybe someone is following you. Maybe you should run. It doesn't wait for perfect information. It prepares you first. Because evolution made one thing very clear. A false alarm is usually cheaper than being unprepared for a real threat. But today, you don't spend your nights hiding from predators. You worry about texts, relationships, work, conversations, your future. Someone typing, then stopping. A message that simply says, "Can we talk?" And suddenly, your brain fills in the blanks. Did I do something? Are they angry? Are they going to leave? What if something is wrong? You don't have the answer, so your brain creates one. And sometimes, the story it creates is worse than reality. Not because it's true, but because uncertainty feels unbearable. But here's where things get interesting. Your brain doesn't only create fake scenarios to scare you, it also creates them to prepare you. Think about an athlete before a competition. They imagine the movement, the environment, the opponent, the moment they might fail. They're mentally rehearsing reality before reality arrives. Your brain does something similar. Before an important conversation, you imagine what you're going to say. Before a date, you imagine how it might go. Before an interview, you picture yourself answering questions. This ability is incredibly powerful. Your brain can run simulations of the future without you ever leaving your room. But there's a problem. It doesn't always know when to stop. So one useful simulation becomes 10, then 20, then 50. What if they don't like me? What if I embarrass myself? What if I say the wrong thing? What if everything goes wrong? Your brain keeps running the simulation because it thinks it's helping. And here's the terrifying part. Your body doesn't always understand the difference between an imagined threat and a real one. If the scenario feels real enough, your body may react. Your heart speeds up, your muscles tense, your stomach drops. You feel anxious, even though you're still sitting safely in your room. The danger isn't in front of you. it's playing on an internal screen.
Now, imagine you replay the same imaginary conversation every night. At first, it's just a thought, but you return to it. You change the dialogue, you add details, you imagine different endings. You replay their facial expression. You think about what you should have said. And eventually, the scenario becomes familiar. Your brain gets better at reconstructing it. This is why imaginary conversations can feel so incredibly vivid. You can almost hear the other person's voice. You can see the room. You know exactly what you would say. And sometimes, you even feel emotions from an event that never happened. That's the trap. Familiarity can feel like truth. You start becoming angry at someone for words they never said. You start feeling rejected before anyone rejects you. You start feeling embarrassed before anyone laughs. And sometimes, you start grieving something that hasn't even happened. You're experiencing the emotional consequences before the event itself ever exists. Your brain isn't just imagining the future anymore, it's rehearsing the emotion.
But why do we keep returning to these scenarios, even when we know they're painful? Because sometimes the imaginary world gives us something reality didn't: control. Real life doesn't always give you closure. People leave without explaining. Arguments end without resolution. Someone hurts you and never apologizes. You don't get to say everything you wanted to say. So your brain creates another version. A version where you finally explain yourself, where they finally understand, where they finally apologize, or where you finally walk away with the perfect words. For a few moments, you get the ending you never received. And that's why some imaginary conversations feel strangely satisfying. They're not meaningless. Your brain may be trying to solve an emotional problem using imagination. And this changes the way you should look at overthinking. Because maybe your brain isn't asking, how can I think about this more? Maybe it's asking, can I finally make this feel safe? Maybe it wants certainty. Maybe it wants control. Maybe it wants closure. Maybe it wants to prevent you from being hurt again. The scenario is only the surface. Something underneath it is what keeps pulling you back.
So, what happens the next time your brain starts creating another scenario? Most people try to fight it. Stop thinking. Don't overthink. Just forget about it. But the harder you try to force a thought away, the more attention you give it. Instead, try something much simpler. Notice the difference between reality and simulation. Ask yourself, did this actually happen? Or am I imagining what could happen? There's a huge difference between they said and I imagine they might say. Between they rejected me and I'm afraid they might reject me. Between this is happening and my brain is showing me a possibility. That distinction creates distance. And sometimes distance is all you need. Because a thought can feel real without being true. An emotion can be completely real, even when the situation causing it is imaginary. And a scenario can be incredibly detailed, while still being nothing more than a story. Your brain will always create stories. It will predict, it will simulate, it will replay, it will imagine. That's not a flaw. It's one of the things that makes your mind your mind. But you don't have to believe every story it tells you. Because sometimes the person you're arguing with isn't actually angry. The rejection hasn't happened.
The embarrassment never came. The disaster you're imagining is still only a possibility. And that conversation you've been rehearsing for 3 hours may never happen. Your brain may be trying to protect you from pain that doesn't exist yet. So the next time you're lying awake and your mind starts playing another imaginary movie, don't immediately enter the scene. Pause. Take a breath. Look around your room. Listen to the sounds around you. And remind yourself, this is a thought, not a prediction. Because you don't have to live inside every story your brain knows how to write. Sometimes, the most powerful thing you can do is simply watch the movie without believing it's real.